Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them, and all hell's about to break loose on this damn show. Before we even get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, we have a survey that we're running. Please make sure you fill it out. We have it pinned in the comments below. It's only going to take you about 3 to 5 minutes. And you have an opportunity to win Amazon gift cards. We're going to be giving away $30 gift cards to a select amount of people. So if you want to win Amazon gift card, please go ahead and check that out. We have that pinned in the comments. It'll only take you about 2 to 4 minutes. So we appreciate if you help us out with that. Anyway, let me go ahead and get into this topic here. As you guys know, Nikola Jokic is unquestionably the unquestioned best basketball player in the world. That he is a bad man right now. Unbelievable. Last game, he scored 27 points, 10 assists, and 20 rebounds, and was hitting some clutch shots and making some clutch plays towards the end of the game. Of course, alongside his running mate with Jamal Murray, and they were running the most devastating play in basketball right now. The Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic pick and roll is the most devastating play in basketball that we have today, right? And after the game, you heard NBA legends like Charles Barkley and all of these guys essentially genuflecting at the greatness of Nikola Jokic and the greatness he's displaying for all of us to see right now. He's a very, very, very special NBA player, but it seems like there's some people out there that feel like Nikola Jokic, not only is he the best player in the world today, some people even believe that he's the best player that they've ever seen play basketball, including Michael Jordan, including LeBron James, including Tim Duncan, including Dr. J, including Kobe Bryant. Now, some of you may be saying, really? Yes, there is. And that person is former Denver Nuggets head coach, George Karl. This morning, I came across a quote or tweet, on his X page, where he was essentially expressing his views and saying why he believes that this guy is the best basketball player he has ever seen play the sport. But before we even get into his comments, this video is brought to you by sponsor PrizePicks, which is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. PrizePicks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting 2 entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit matchup up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let me read his tweet. He says, I've been around hoops for 50 years, and I've seen a lot of incredible players, including Coney, Julius, Michael, Tim, Shaq, KJ, Kobe, and LeBron. But at this point, I'm thinking Jokic may be the best player I've ever seen play basketball. KJ, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I didn't get it there for a second. So you heard what he had to say there. And of course, people reacted to him. One person said, this is why I have a hard time on Twitter. Another person said, I feel you, but he's still not Kobe yet. You have other people above MJ. I love Jokic, but MJ is MJ. And a lot of people basically disagreed with him there. What are my thoughts on this? You know, it's a tricky thing. And I'll tell you why it's a tricky thing. Because basketball, is a combination of things that make you one of the greatest players of all time. You have your accomplishments. You have, winning championships. You have your play style. And all of these things go into, the competition you face. All of these things go into what makes the greatest player of all time, right? I think you have to factor in all of these ingredients. It can't just be stats. It can't just be rings. It can't just be how well you play. It has to be a combination of all of these things, right? Now, if we look at some of the players he's mentioned, do they have all of those ingredients? Yes. Tim Duncan has 5 championship rings. I think he's only lost in the finals one time. He's made multiple all-defensive teams. He's widely regarded as the best power forward, although he played the center position, but the best power forward to ever play basketball. He's also known as the big fundamental. And Tim Duncan was a very, very bad boy on offense and on defense. So he has those things. And he has the eye test. If you watch him play, Tim Duncan was a bad boy. Another player he didn't mention was Hakeem Olajuwon. And Hakeem Olajuwon went on one of the greatest runs in sports history. And it was something I actually saw by a video that was put together by Scap Attack. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. Hakeem Olajuwon is up there, who some say is also arguably the most skilled basketball player ever, a big man ever. You have Hakeem. He also has 2 championships. Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in rebounds multiple times. He then mentioned LeBron James, who has some of those criteria. He has the accomplishments. He has the eye test, right? He has those things working in his favor. He's won championships, multiple championships. He's won multiple finals MVPs, all-star game, regular season. He's done that as well. You have Kobe Bryant, eye test, accolades, all of those things as well. In the case of Nikola Jokic, if we're judging him from the eye test alone, he's obviously one of the greatest players to ever play the sport. And some will argue probably the best passing big man ever, right? But then you have some people that may say Hakeem Olajuwon is the best defensive big man ever. Of course, you have Bill Russell and all that, but you have people that believe that as well. Nikola Jokic has the eye test. He has the stats. What he doesn't have is the accolades that these other guys have. And for that, you have to pump the brake. Now, pump the brakes. You have an exception to the rule, which is Michael Jordan, where a lot of people already consider Jordan the greatest player of all time before he even scored 18,000 points. That's an exception. Do I think Nikola Jokic is better than Michael Jordan? No. Do I think he's better than Kobe Bryant? No. Do I think he's better than LeBron James? No. Do I think Nikola Jokic has an opportunity to be one of the greatest players of all time? You better believe it. I 100% believe that. But is he eclipsed those guys? No, because it then becomes disrespectful, because then if basketball was all a game of just go out there and display your talents, then there'll be a lot of players who will be mentioning. But you also got to win. You also got to win. Now, he's won, but he needs to keep winning. There's no way in hell I'm going to put him past I'm not putting him past Tim Duncan right now. Tim Duncan has 5 championship rings, my boy. 5. Kobe has 5. LeBron has 4. Jordan has 6. So I'm not willing to do that. But just looking at him play, you'd be like, man, this is one of the greatest players of all time. And I would have to concur with that. So what I want to know from you guys is simply this. What do you think? Where do you stand on on George Karl's comments? Do you think Nikola Jokic is the greatest player of all time? Or do you think this dude needs to just pump the brakes and chill out? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.